held a congressional briefing on March 25th to discuss the challenges that alleged threat to minorities in Bangladesh. Michael Rubin, an American historian, said at the briefing that the Global Magnitsky Act sanctions need to be applied to Muhammad Yunus for the crimes he's allegedly committing against the Bangladeshi people, against journalists, and against religious figures.
Now, we talked a lot about history, and we started with a moment of silence about the genocide in 1971. We need to understand, for example, when it came to Jamaat-e-Islami, it was the only group outside of the Nazis that had ever been systematically went through a judicial process for its complicity in such genocide. You know, you can pretend that you're reformed, but a reformed Al-Qaeda is still Al-Qaeda. A reformed war criminal is still a war criminal. And if we want to look at the situation objectively, pushing forward, then there really is no choice for the United States. We need to apply Global Magnitsky Act sanctions to Muhammad Yunus for the crimes he's committing against the Bangladeshi people, against journalists, and against religious figures.
Dilip Nath, president of the New America Voters Association, warned that Bangladesh's democracy is under siege from extremist forces.
This issue is front and center of US and also particularly the Trump administration. And we must not forget, these are the same people who believe in an ideology funded by the same global group and simply to implement and rule the government by Islamic Caliphate.
Chris Blackburn, who is a Foreign Affairs Export Communications Director of the European Bangladesh, framed the current crisis as part of a broader effort to rewrite Bangladesh's history.
2 million people were killed and more than 200,000 Bengali women were subjected to mass rape. 10 million refugees fled to India with millions more internally displaced. Against overwhelming odds, Bangladesh, aided by Indian forces, eventually secured its independence. Yet today, elements of Muhammad Yunus's administration and radical Islamist factions seek to challenge or outright deny these foundational truths. They go as far as to recast the war criminals of 1971 as liberators, effectively rewriting the very history upon which Bangladesh was built. History has always moved in dramatic cycles in Bangladesh.